Hello everyone, welcome back to GalacticPropWorks. Today I'll be showing you guys how I designed and assembled this 3D print. This is a Star Wars Vibrodagger custom made by me, so if you want the files for this, they'll be linked in the description so you can make it if you want. Any little support will be greatly appreciated because that allows me to continue to create these videos and to create more files for you guys to print and enjoy. So let's get right into this video. If you want to make this 3D print for yourself, then what you'll want to do is go down below to the description and download the files from the link. I do not have any videos of me printing this or getting it off the build plate, but once you print them and get them off the build plate, the very first thing that you'll want to do is you'll want to be doing a lot of sanding. There's going to be a lot of sanding throughout this entire build, so be ready to do that. It's not as much sanding as one of the helmets that I've made, but it is still a decent amount of sanding. I do cut out a bunch of it from this and speed it up so that way you guys don't have to sit through a bunch of sanding. That's kind of boring. But I used 120 and 220 grit sandpaper. I used a small hand sander. It works very nicely. It's flexible, so it gets into those little spots on some of the bigger projects. And then I switched over to an orbital sander. This thing has been very nice to have. If you're getting into 3D printing and prop making, I would definitely recommend getting one of these. Another one that I would recommend that I haven't used just yet is a foot sander. Sounds weird, but I've heard they are amazing at getting into those small tight areas that a hand sander or orbital sander can't really get into. So again, a lot of sanding. As you see me doing a bunch of sanding, picking away some of those little bits that kind of stuck on. It is a lot of sanding, but you want to do the most sanding that you can to get a really smooth, nice finish. Now with a dagger, it doesn't have to be smooth. It's going to be beat up, so you can do however you want, but it's going to be a lot of sanding. Now, the next step, you don't have to do this step entirely. What I did is I took a 3D pen that I have. If you don't have one, I wouldn't worry about getting one unless you can find one for like $20 in Marketplace like I did. But it's just nice to have. You can fill in those little cracks with the pen. I would use the same filament. I believe I ended up using ABS filament instead for the pen. ABS smells bad when you melt it and when it gets hot. So if you're gonna do this, wear the proper PPE. Don't follow my lead and not wear any. I should have. I was in a vented area, so be in a vented area as well, but definitely wear the proper protection. And once you kind of fill in some of these cracks, if you want, I then went and used a soldering iron or an old wood burner and kind of smoothed out the rest of it. And as you can see there, I was kind of struggling with the pen, so I'm gonna go in and mess around with it some and practice more. So I haven't done it much. This is my first time actually trying it. But again, there I am using the soldering iron, wood burner. Actually, that was a wood burner at this time, and trying to melt the plastic a little bit and fill in those cracks even better and make it smooth. Now, your next step will be Bondo. Again, wear the proper protection, gloves, safety glasses, a respirator. This stuff does not smell good whatsoever. So what I do is I use some Bondo and some acetone. Kind of forgot I can't open the acetone, it's a little stuck. But then I mix it up a little bit with a popsicle stick, and I use a brush, a cheap chip brush from Walmart, Lowe's, wherever you can get them, and I kind of just spread it on. So I'll let you guys sit back, enjoy the music, and just watch me put on some Bondo. It's not the most fun thing, but it's one of the big steps you have to do when making files like this, so I'll let you enjoy it. Alright, now that the Bondo has dried completely, it's back to sanding, even more sanding. Again, I'm sorry about the light change. I believe I didn't have all the lights on and it was a darker day. So I'll definitely be trying to figure out a good lighting system, so that way this doesn't happen again. But it's more sanding, a bunch more sanding. So once we get to this step, you don't have to sand it as smooth. You still want it to be smooth, but this is kind of a second sanding before we go over to filler primer, which that helps smooth it down a lot more, and then more sanding. So I sped this up. I don't know how, there's maybe 30 minutes of sanding alone for this. So it's gonna be a lot, but it makes it look real nice once it's done. Once you're done sanding the Bondo, we switch over to a 2-in-1 automotive filler primer by Rust-Oleum. It's sandable. It does a really good job at filling in those little cracks that you may have missed, and it's okay if you absolutely cover your print. It's going to be sanded down a bit anyway, so cover it up, make it look good. Now we're on to more sanding, as you could have guessed. Now this one, I do it a little bit smoother, a higher grit sandpaper. I want it to feel smooth in my hands, not too bad. I didn't worry too much at the handle because I knew I was gonna wrap it, but it's all up to you. Now, one thing I do recommend doing is wet sanding. I did not do it in this because I wanted that hammered textured look, but wet sanding with 2000 grit sandpaper makes it really smooth. Once I got it all sanded, I went ahead and used some Rust-Oleum hammered paint. It gives it this nice textured look, like I've been going for, as I've said, and I just cover it all up. I do some lighter coats, don't do it too thick, it won't look the best. Now, once that the paint has been applied and dried, I will use E6000, some fake leather strap, and some blue painter's tape. I use the blue painter's tape to hold down the strap while I start working, and the E6000 to glue it. You can do this if you want, you don't have to. I just thought it made it look real nice, especially with the kind of style that I was going for. So I kind of just wrap this up all nice and tight, and I've had no issues with it. Now on to the painting step. I don't remember all of the colors I used. I show them right here, but I can't remember. There's a color that I do love, but I am out of it. So I just kind of mix up some colors, use some water, I completely cover it all, and then I take a paper towel and kind of wipe it away, make it look dirty. Now you can do this as much as you want. I will say less is more, so don't overdo it. Now I would go through and change it up again a little bit, but I still think it turned out really good. So I'll let you guys sit back, enjoy the music, and just kind of watch me paint, get some ideas on how you could do yours. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out my other videos. These are 2 videos that YouTube thinks that you would enjoy. And make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and stay up to date with my next projects. Got one coming out very soon.